and we can talk about it. You get into this little rap beef with Eminem. Right?
Again.
Yo, Nick, you get into he dissed you on my song, but you know, they broke it down to me that y'all had been dissing each other forever. I didn't even know. And
right.
So some people who love Eminem hit me up and say, yo, Joe, and I'm like, Nick Cannon, and that's my man, and they cool. And then when I made a
you had no idea.
When I made a couple of phone calls, and the homies was like, no, Nick Cannon's certified, he with us. I'm like, what? I said, for real? And I'm like, and what is the beef with Eminem, Nick? What is the beef? I mean, you in the big show. Let's keep it real, man. What's the beef?
We on the big show. I'm talking to Joe, bro. I gotta go in. I gotta give you the exclusive.
Show, bro. This is a Joker moment.
Nah, real facts. This is my thing. I'm gonna be honest with you, and you know, I say this on my radio show, you know, Power 106 all the time. Like, man, I've always been an Eminem fan. You know, the artist is somebody that I feel like is super skilled. You know, he's good for the culture, been good for the culture, been good to the culture. But I think as a man, where he and I went left, I don't really know what he and my ex-wife had going on. I think she got a new book coming out, and she talking about it in there. And,
no way. Yo, yeah, Mariah so got a book talking about it?
Yeah, Mariah got she doing an exclusive, you know, memoir, talking.
Don't do that. That's a Joker moment.
Yeah, so but like I said, that was before me. We got married in 2008, and you know, up until then, I had been nothing but a Mariah and fan. I was just excited to be with Mariah Carey, and I wasn't even aware that they had interaction. I don't know if they dated or how things go in this industry, but she was telling me like, dude was just super disrespectful, and I was like, all right, well, you know, as a husband, like, you know, if I got to protect my wife at any cost, it's on, you know, and then. But we didn't even really think nothing of it. And then all of a sudden, dude came out with a crazy record, like just blatantly just disrespecting, like using terms like that, you know, we don't stand for as men, like talking about my wife, and then called my name. So I was like, you know, at the time, you know, I'm managed by, you know, Chris Lighty, you know what I'm saying? You know, one of our brothers, God rest his soul. And, you know, he got the connection with, you know, because he was managing Fifth at the time. And, you know, I think him and M's manager was super cool, Paul. So he was like, yo, Nick want to holler at your guy, because this is, you know, I'll get all the jokes and the rah-rah. I'm Mr. Wildin' Out. We can make jokes all day long. But when you go to a certain point where, one, you start lying, and then two, you start blatant, like calling my wife out her name, all kind of whores and cunts and all of this craziness, you got to see me. We got to talk about this man to man. And I was really just looking, especially then, we wasn't even about no music. I wasn't trying to rap or nothing. Like I wanted to have a real man to man conversation. And they was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. He doesn't want to talk. And I was like, how you just going to say some wild shit and then you don't want to talk to me? And I was like, now that's even triple disrespectful. You know what I mean? So that's where it kind of kicked off, because I was trying to handle it like a man and get to it. And then, you know, at the time, I think they kept putting records out back and forth. Mariah put out the Obsessed joint where she was him in the video. Shit went like triple platinum.
Mariah got a hit off that shit, that energy.
That joint went to #1.
She came back on that motherfucker shit. That was like an R&B diss record.
Yeah, like she's the queen. She the GOAT on her own. So I ain't even have to, you know, I was just cheerleading from the sideline. But then, you know, time went on. Cooler heads prevailed. You know, we got later on, we start to joke about it. I'm trying to invite him to Wildin' Out. I figure at this point, like, you know, bygones is bygones. Decades have passed. And, you know, I saw it as an opportunity to promote Wildin' Out. So we just started, he went at me, I went at him. I put my guy, the battle rapper from Wildin' Out there. And, you know, the ratings went up. So and we still waiting. We went to #1 off that, Nick, so I appreciate it.
So Nick, everybody is everybody's in it, because I want to set the tone, right? So everybody's protesting because of George Floyd and Rihanna and Aubrey and everything is America is Black Lives Matter. Everybody's in the middle of the street, even in the COVID with a mask on or whatever. And so
Facts.
you go and interview the guy that's too black for Public Enemy. Public Enemy is too black, too strong. And you go get this guy. So what are you thinking right there, Nick, when you go get Professor Griff and you put him on your show? What was in your mind when you went and got him?
Yeah, man, you know, like, bottom line, my Cannons class platform is something that I started, you know, at my undergrad at Howard University. You know what I mean? That's when I was just getting my degree in criminology and my minor in Africana studies. And really, for me, my podcast, my platform was really a way for me to engage with my professors and learn. You know what I mean? So it was a way, like, I was putting it out there for the people, but these were like my real professors. I was getting graded on the podcast and the writings and the readings and stuff. So I offered that up, but it was always somebody who was dropping gems. And we done had everybody on there from Michael Eric Dyson to, you know, Dr. Greg Carr, who's, you know, the dean of the Africana Studies Department and one of my mentors, like everybody, you know, like, and so Griff was somebody that I had always been a fan of since Public Enemy. I was aware of, you know, I was a shorty when it all went down, but I was aware of the situation. So I was like, this is what my platform is for us to have that truth and reconciliation. You know what I mean? He had felt that he'd been blackballed for 30 years, and I wanted to give my brother the opportunity to speak his mind. And, you know, I had read his books, you know what I mean? And my podcast is all about books, you know what I mean? Like, that's how my framing question. So I even got joints right here, right now. Like, so I had all his books on the table. I had, you know, the ISIS papers, Francis Crest, Welsling, all of that. Like, and we was talking about the stuff that won why he felt like he was blackballed. And then, you know, that turned into the conversation about the power of the black man and how we have been brainwashed for so long that we aren't, or that we've been lied to about our lineage. Our history had been stolen to us. So we said a 90-minute conversation. What I've learned through the whole process is there's a lot of pain out there, Joe. There's a lot of people who are hurt. There are a lot of people who are scared. And when you start, if as a student, as someone who's learning, and you start offering up different information and saying different things that people don't know, haven't heard, not also, you know, they're processing it differently, and there's certain trigger words and tropes out there that certain communities, like just like we got. If you got two, you know, white people sitting with each other that seem to have strong views, and they say that you hear them say nigger, you like, hey, motherfucker, like we need to address that. So it's in that same energy, you know, some of our language, some of my concepts was too strong for a lot of people to digest, and didn't hear the truth in what I was saying, and didn't hear what I was trying to bring across. So, you know, they came for the kid.
Yeah. Yeah.